Today is July 10, 2023, and I'm doing a quick update on the flower bed. The geraniums they started off very nicely in the late spring, and they were in full bloom and now they've faded, and I cut them back hoping that I may get some more blooms from them the rest of the season. Vonica was in full bloom, and now it's starting to lose the flower, but it's still looking very pretty. These Spigelia, it's gotten taller, but it seems like it's lost the blooms now. I'm not sure if it will continue to bloom the rest of the season, but I'll see how it does. But the shape looks very nice. It's like starting to form like a tall shape. It's very pretty. This one, I can't remember the name of this one. It was the type of allium. This is looking very pretty. It's in full bloom now. The obedient flower is looking so gorgeous now. It's blooming. I had two of these, so that's one that's bloomed, and then this is the second one, not yet bloomed. That's the powwow berry coneflower. I had three of these. One died, and then this one looks good. Second one, it doesn't have any petals. It's very odd, but I don't mind these round-looking flowers either. It doesn't look bad. It makes it look interesting. The bee balm is in full bloom, looking very gorgeous. Behind it is the black adder hyssop, which goes nicely, I think, with the bee balm. The May night salvia. Had to cut this back about 2 weeks ago because it was done blooming, and I'm hoping to get some more blooms from it, but I don't see a whole lot of buds on there coming, so I'm not sure if I will see more flowers on this one. This was the second one I planted. This one didn't seem like it did that well. Hopefully next year we'll do better. This is the allium, Millennium allium, and it's not yet bloomed, but I don't mind. I do like the foliage on that. In this spot I had the lady's mantle, and it looked beautiful, but for the last 2 weeks it wasn't looking so good, so I cut it back this morning, and I've just put a pot of annuals in here in its place, so the spot doesn't look empty. This was that shorter variety of catmint. It didn't do as good as I thought it would. It's very floppy, and I've had to use a support to keep it up. I probably will look into another variety to put in this spot because there's too much of the same purple right here. The lamb's ear looks good. This was my original one, and then I separated it to create a second one, but the leaves on this one are so huge. I don't know how that happens from the same plant, but the leaves on this one got so huge, but then this one is fine. I like the smaller leaves. This was the Mellow Yellows coneflower. Those are all nicely bloomed now, though I don't see the variation in the yellows that was stated on the label, and it was supposed to get 24 to 30 inches tall, and it's barely 15 inches tall, so hopefully this will get taller next year. This is that Jacob Klein, no, this is the Magnus coneflower starting to bloom. Hopefully all of those will open up and bloom nicely. The hydrangeas got very big. I was not expecting these to get so big. This was the Twist and Shout hydrangea, and it was so small at the beginning of the season, and I was not expecting it to get this big, and so I planted this false sunflower right behind it thinking I'll have at least something to fill the spot, but it got very big and it's looking very pretty. I love those blooms on there. And next to it is the little Quickfire, and that one actually got nice white blooms, and it did grow a little, and one spot you can see it starting to change to the pink color, so that's very nice. and around the little quickfire I planted the coneflowers, thinking they will give it some, kind of fill the spot and would be nice shorter flowers around that little quickfire. But these, for some reason, these got huge. Like this one in front here, this is almost 5 feet tall, and I'm not sure why it got that tall. I was not expecting that, so it's kind of hiding the hydrangea, and so I'll have to maybe think about repositioning that. This was the catmint. It was done blooming and it was getting very long and floppy and looking messy, so I cut that one back last week, and it's starting to form fresh blooms. This was the Norcia Thunder and Lightning, and this one, a lot of the blooms are done now, so I'm not sure if I need to cut those back. This is the Elfin Thyme, and it's looking so beautiful. You can see the flowers on there, and it's gotten a little bit taller, and it's started to fill in between those stepping stones there. I think it just looks so lovely. I like the contrast against this, the meadow sage. It looks very pretty. So I'm thinking about moving the catmint because it looks like it's the same flower, so it doesn't really give much contrast. So I think I'm thinking about planting this same meadow sage on this side. I think it would look pretty to have that on both sides of the stepping stones. So this is looking lovely. I do like this flower. It was one of the first to bloom in the spring, and when it was done blooming, it had big buds ready to go, and so once I cut off the spent ones, it was in full flush again just within a few days. So I do love this one. I think I would highly recommend this particular flower. These are the annuals I had in front, the Cosmos, and this is the drumstick allium. Didn't turn out as nice as I expected it to be, and it bloomed a lot later than I had expected. So I think I'm thinking about planting a rose, climbing rose right here. So I would remove the alliums, I'd remove the coneflower so that it would have space to grow here. And all the way in the back I had that pink lilac. So this is going to take a long time for it to grow. It's very small. Surprisingly, for a plant so small, it does have blooms. So it'll be this very pretty soft pink color. It's very small right now. It's probably about maybe 8 inches tall. So it's gonna be a while before I can enjoy the lilac bush. And this is the back angle. It's looking a little bit messy with the coneflower. So I'll have to do some little bit of rearranging here. So just the back view. So I'll update again when the coneflowers are all fully bloomed.